Hello, welcome to my Instagram page, basically. I may choose to upload this also to TikTok. If you don't know me, my name is Chrissy, and my username on pretty much everything is The Christina Cakes. People keep asking about a makeup tutorial. I am very quickly about to head out the door because I have a work meeting. And so I'm going to show you guys kind of what I do for a very quick everyday look, basically. Here I'm putting on a soft matte primer. I have already moisturized my face. I just used this new product that I got in from IPSY Glam Bag Plus, Saturday Skin Waterfall. I feel like it has no smell. Feels really good. And yeah, it's not too tacky. I really like it. Just like any other moisturizer, I feel, like it did its job. Next, I'm going to go in with, this is something I got from IPSY, but it's been a while. It's from Pink Lip Cosmetics. It is a soft matte primer, and I've grown to love it. It's kind of like the e.l.f. primers, but this one I feel like melts into my skin more. I have a lot of, I use a primer just to close up some of my larger pores I have that are around my nose and in my cheeks right here, as well as my forehead, because sometimes right here, it doesn't want to, makeup or foundation just does not want to, sit well there, basically. And then as well as my chin, I just have my little spots, like I said, that my pores are just, they're not so shrunken. No matter what I do, those pores don't seem to want to shrink, no matter what product I use. So we do this. But it just gives a more smooth appearance when I put on my foundation. And I like it. You don't have to use a primer. Some people don't. But I really like this one. Ha, that's funny. But yeah, it's called Pink Lips Cosmetics. Next, I go in straight away with foundation. This one looks awful, but I use the Maybelline Fit Me. Really like it. Love how it goes on. I have already wet my little beauty blender sponge. It's not a beauty blender. I'm too cheap to buy one of those. But I'm just going to dot some makeup very quickly. Like I said, this is a very quick, get ready with me, I guess. But I'm just going to dab that all around my face, focusing kind of in the center of my face with the majority of the product. And then I'll take whatever is left over and put it out towards, the edges and blending those. Don't judge me for the look of my my thing. It gets used quite a bit. And I do wash them, but it takes me a minute to get to them. But I have about a bajillion of these and just keep them in rotation. I hope everybody's having a good day. Sometimes I will get it on the very tip here and go in underneath my eyes. No matter how much sleep I get, it seems that I always have under eye dark circles. Anybody else like that? Just me? Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I know I'm not the only one. But anyway, so now I'm gonna start working into the hairline. Don't ever pull the product. You'll see, I'm gonna have to use this mirror close by, but you'll see why, because you'll see the product just move on your face. Hopefully you guys can still see me. That's quite bright. It is 9:23 and I gotta get out of this house soon. I have to be where I'm going at 10. So, not that it usually takes me forever, but I like to be a little early to places I go. I'm like the early bird. I say that, but I'm not a morning person at all. So I guess just if it's not in the morning, I'm the early bird there. So now you'll see me. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit so it matches my neck. It took me forever to find this shade, but shade that, a couple shades anyway now that have fit me with different foundations. But I absolutely love this one. And then I have one that's from, I think it's L'Oreal. I don't know. It's the one I use in my purse when I need any kind of touch-ups. I get a little bit redness on my chin, so I'm gonna put a little bit of extra there Also, I think I'm going to cover this up. My cat decided it wanted to scratch me, and so I have some, yeah. I mean, it's not going to cover up completely, but that's okay. But I'm going to pull this down here. Sorry, I probably should have like fast forwarded through this, but everybody's wanting like, I guess, a real tutorial, so I may have to put this, let's see, well, I can't put it on YouTube. Would you guys prefer these on YouTube, or do you like watching them on here and just spending the extra little bit of time on here? Just let me know, I'm curious. So there's our foundation. Normally I would put like a little bit of concealer. I don't have the time today, so this is what it is. So I just talked in some of those videos about other products that I just got, and we're going to try to use them just so I can show a look with all of those things. Normally I would go with eyes next, so I'm going to use this palette. This is that cute Beauty Bay palette I just said that I got from IPSY Glam Bag Plus, yes. I'm going to take one of my brushes here. I think I'm just going to do, like, again, just an everyday look, so I'm going to go in here and choose this one as just a what do you call it, a transition color. I use this also just to, because I do put foundation on my eyelids. I have a little bit of well, it's actually called a strawberry birthmark I was born with on this eye, and so I like to go over with foundation just so it covers up that a little bit. People have told me to use like a color correcting thing. I just don't have the time. I'm like, this is how I was born. If you don't like it, don't look at it. And to me, it doesn't bother me that much. But so I'm gonna just lay that down, the transition color. Make sure I've got a coat all over the lid. Also, because that foundation's a little tacky, I just want to make sure that, yeah, it's all covered over with a layer of powder. It's not necessarily for color, but just again to start where we start adding the color on there. So I am wearing this blue thing today, so maybe we do, no, we're gonna go with browns. I'm gonna go in here with this darker brown now. It's a matte one, not a sparkle. I always tap off my brush because otherwise you'll have too much product. I'm going to focus this right here on the corner and then just make some, excuse me, goodness Lord, some what do they call it? Windshield wiper motions just here in the crease. So, yeah, just to give some more dimension, as you can see now with this eye and this eye. I'll clean this up a little bit more. I don't put any tape down when I'm doing looks. Some people will tape here so that they don't have any fallout. I just go back in with my sponge that my foundation was on, is like dab over it. Unless I'm doing like a bright color, then that requires a little bit more attention, because you don't want it all over your face, and no matter how much you try to wipe with that, it just won't move. I'm going to drag this down here underneath my bottom lashes. Clean that up just a little bit right there. Again, if there are more earthy tones, I've come to realize that you can just use that, what do you call it? Beauty blender to clean that up. Now I'm going to go here on the other eye, again focusing on the outer edge, pulling it in windshield wiper motions to the crease. The best thing I can always say is just keep blending, just keep blending, just keep blending, blending. Yeah, basically. I do have hooded eyes, so sometimes I'll bring it up a little bit, and I think I'm gonna have to do that to the other eye because that crease, you just can't see it, so. Pulling this again underneath this eye. Yeah, pull this in just a little bit. Man, what time is it? Oh, we're good. I could slow down a little bit. I'm like hurrying through this. It doesn't look great, but it will in a second. Just trying to get those even colors on both sides. even coloring and shape as well. So now I've just had, it looks darker on the side, but it's promise they're even. Using just so I can pull just a little bit of the excess over my lid. Not in the inner corner, we'll put a pop of color there. But I want to go over my lid now just with what's on the brush. I don't want to make it super dark like I did the outside. Then I'm going to grab another brush, one that's kind of, these are clean, I swear. Like tapered. I don't even know, I think that's what it's called. No, this is a concealer brush. It's a little bit packed too tight. Let's see. Here we go, this is what I'm looking for. And I am gonna grab, I think, there's just like pinky shimmer. These don't have names, so I'm gonna use this one and possibly a little bit of that one if this one doesn't show up too well. So grab that on the brush. This one I'm wanting to pack, so I'm not really going to take it away. And I'm just gonna focus like not on the very inner corner, but just right there, kind of in the center, just above, basically like where my, if you're looking directly at your eye, in the center, like where your pupil sits. And I just focus on, again, keeping this on the eye lid, but centered. I don't know if you guys can really tell on here, but I like it. I think it looks really pretty. I'll pull you guys in closer so you can see it better in a second. And do it to the other eye. It has like a coppery kind of coloring. I'm realizing that on the screen it looks like I have a ton more fallout, but it's not. It's just I need sleep. I really should. I think I will have to put some concealer on because, man, that looks terrible. Where I'm going is only about 6 minutes away. So, yeah, I think this whole look will take me like 20-25 minutes. Not a long time. Alrighty. Again, you can see all that fallout, but I'm going to fix it, so I'm not worried about it. The only thing left, I want to add a little bit of color in the center. Okay. I think I may want to do a little bit of gold. I'm going to take this really shimmery gold that they have here. Really get some on there, because I don't even know if it's going to show up. It doesn't really look like it's going to. And pack it just right there in the corner for just a pop. It is really not showing up. I may have to get into another palette. I wanted to be able to use this palette for everything though, so I could show people. Yeah, if I keep adding, it's showing up a little bit more. This is coming out to be more of like a bronzy kind of, you're not going to be able to see that. Yeah. Anyway, that's what we go as the Do It for the Gram palette from Beauty Bakery. I love it. Very cute. Let me see if I can swipe off. Swipe or no swiping. That's what made me think of some of this fallout. There was a little bit more than I anticipated, but now this is probably, again, not the way most people would do it. I'm just going to add, I don't know where my concealer is right now, so we're just going to add a little bit of foundation over top of it. Would not suggest this, but we're doing it. It won't look bad. Oh man, this has already been a 14-minute video. I'm hurrying, guys. I'm sorry. So, there we go. To me, that looks good enough. Yep. Good enough. Alright, so next I'm going to pop on, since we went with kind of like brown colors and such like that, I am going to use this, I think it's called Khaleesi. I can't really tell. You may have to tell me, guys, what is that brand. Focus. I think you can see it better now. Anyway, this is their Intense Liquid eyeliner. I'm just going to line. I start from the side. I do hold my eye a little bit, otherwise it like crinkles. Yeah, and so I just take kind of an upward angle, pull it into my eyelash, and then pull it into the center. It's not gonna look perfect at the beginning, but I try to be right there on the edge of my lashes. I have to pull this in closer. I can't get it. Oh no, I blinked. Shoot. I blinked and messed it up. It happens. I will fix that in a second, but I'm realizing that my wing is hardly out. I hope you guys can understand this. I'm trying to do it while I'm talking. Basically, I'll just keep tracing that line until it looks like what I want it to look like. And it's not so, but there is a trick. Don't keep doing it, otherwise it'll start looking like, it'll be like all the way up here. Anyway, I think that's cute. It gives like a little lift to the end of my eye. Now I just have to replicate that on this eye. We shall see if I can do so. Again, I don't go all the way in, but I try to go like to where the inside of my eyeball starts here. Keep it very thin. And just trace that over. Filling it in as I go. These will never look the exact same. I don't know how people do that when they do it. Mine do not. But they're close enough, and that's okay with me. There we go. So I'm happy with those. They're just cute little wings. Not gonna say this is the greatest eyeliner. I'm not a huge fan. One thing else that it came with was this Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax. But first, I want to fill them in because my brows are very, like, hardly seen. I use this right now, Revlon Color Stay eyeliner. It is an eyeliner, but I use it for my brows. I think it's just in brown. Yeah, it's just in brown. I don't have brown hair, but this is all I've had at the moment. I need to go pick up another. I usually use the e.l.f. Sticks of eyebrow, whatever you want to call it. Eyebrow stick. Here I'm just tracing like the outer edge of where my eyebrow should be. Making sure to clean up that line, like just make it straight so it looks really nice. And then here I like to flick up just very lightly because most people's brows are a little thinner at the front. So that, and I color these in. Now you can actually see my eyebrow if you see the difference. I like that. And I like a little bit of an arch here. And sometimes I have to like draw in my arch. So here I always go like across here. I start my eyebrow here. My eyebrow doesn't want to start there on its own. So I have to kind of, you know, like just measure it, put it there. Always start with the inner corner of your eye that's directly up. So that's why your eyebrow should start. This eyebrow is my bad eyebrow. It never wants to look like I want it to look. She do her best though. She do her best. So this video is so dang long. I hope that you guys will watch it, will like it. So again, just doing the same as I did on the other side. Filling it in. Again, this eyebrow never wants to look the same, but we try to do the best we can. That's all we can do. That's all we can ask for. But she just don't look like her sister. She just don't. So then it's a little bit messy. And I want to go We're going to spoolie it down with this Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax, because I want it to, one, stay in place, but I want to thin out some of that brown, because again, I'm not exactly completely brown. I'm a little more blonde, but I do like this coloring, because again, it looks like I actually have some brows then. Pardon me. There we go. Again, this is my pretty brow. Don't judge this one. She's there. I'm going to take a little bit of blush from this little palette that I got as Makeup of the Day. I believe it's just MOTD. I believe that's just probably what it's called, like Makeup of the Day Cosmetics. It sure is. I just got this. I'm going to put a little bit of blush on here. I think this is a highlighter brush, but we're using it as blush. Who cares? Make cheeks and pull up. Yes, I make this silly face when I put my my blush on. My cheeks are kind of already rosy, but just pull it into my temples a little bit. There we go. Look like I have some color in my face. Next, I am going to use this. We'll use this. It doesn't show up a lot, but it is this Pear Nova Lunar Lip Balm. It really is just a lip balm. Again, I'm just going to a little meeting. I don't need a lot of stuff. It really only shows up like a shimmer. There's not a lot. That's okay, because we have a kind of bolder eye. Last, I want a mascara. I talked about this. This is that, I never got to say the name of it, but this is what came in that little IPSY box. Whole lot of mascara. It came, first of all, it came like this, and it just like popped off. It's not supposed to do that, so you have to go in there and like work for it. Not a great mascara, I will say. This is the little brush wand, whatever you want to call it. Not a fan. Am I going to use it for this moment? Yes, because I said that I was going to make a look with all the products. So, I mean, it's okay. It does coat your lashes. Does it seem to give any extra volume or oh god, of course I get it on my lash. I do like how black it is, but I mean, I can get a black mascara. So again, I don't see any difference other than it really just coats my lashes. Maybe if I had a full sample, maybe I would feel differently about it. But it's just a mascara to me. And I really like a waterproof mascara because I sweat or I cry or something else, and I just want to make sure. Now I can see that pop of yellow, and I'm really liking it. Or it's more like a gold. And then I'm going to coat just the bottom lashes just a tad. There we go. And typically I put like a little highlighter on. Again, we're just doing a very simple look today. I have got to leave. I have 15 minutes left, but here it is. The whole shebang. I think I'm gonna take powder brush. That blush came off a little bit darker. Sometimes I do some contour. Sometimes I'm just like, meh. Today I'm just like, meh. And so here it is. Hope you guys like it. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I am going to go now and go to my meeting. And yeah, choose to have a really good day. Darn eyebrow. It just never wants to work with me. There we go. That already looks better. Anyway, all right. Have a good day, guys. Bye.